So you're thinking about moving to Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona, to be a little bit more specific? Well, today we're going to be covering a neighborhood in the northern part of Phoenix, Arizona called Norterra. It's a very, very popular master planned community. It's a little bit removed from downtown Phoenix, but not so far removed that you can't enjoy all the amenities and adventures of living in Phoenix, Arizona. We're going to go over the pros and cons, the good and bad, the sweet and pretty of living in Norterra in Phoenix, Arizona, and we're going to get after it right now. Okie dokie, so just to get started, to give you an idea where Norterra is located, here's the map of where it is in location to where the freeways are. It is just north of the 101, located just to the east of the I-17 freeway. It's a great location, as I mentioned earlier. It's removed from downtown Phoenix, but nicely located so that you're still convenient to so many amenities and things to do around town. We're going to be talking about schools, activities outside, what you can do in and around Norterra, recreation, the amenities. There are so many amenities in and around Norterra, the parks, the pools, sports facilities. Whatever your heart's desire, we're definitely going to touch base on it so you can make a decision on whether you think Norterra is good for you. So let's just dive right on in and get to the pros. So the number one on the pro list is it's conveniently located. The location is very, very convenient. Like I already mentioned, it's off of the I-17, just north of the 101. And the nice thing about that, it's about an 8-minute drive from the I-17 to the 101. And from there, you can go anywhere in the valley. You can go east or west off the 101, or you can eventually hit the I-51 and go south on that as well. You are just so conveniently located to many, many things. Even if you want to go up north, you just hop on the I-17, as you can see on the map right here. You can go up to Flagstaff, which is about a 2-hour drive, or Sedona, or Prescott, Oak Creek Canyon, whatever it is you want to go to. You are just so conveniently, nicely, magnificently located to so many things in Arizona. Number two on the pros list is it's the community itself. The community is extremely family friendly. I would like to say everybody gets along. I can't say everybody because that would be 100%, can't do that. But the community in itself is a very well knit, put together community with lots of activities going on. You can do as little or as much as you want to be involved in the activity that you decide to do or in the community that you decide to do. There are different sections of Norterra that you can choose from. Some are gated, some are not. So whatever you decide to do and whatever community that you pick, you're definitely going to love the atmosphere there. Number three on the pros is shopping and dining. You are, depending on where you're located in Norterra, probably less than 5 minutes away from shopping and dining and movie theaters. There are so many shops, so many dining areas, and so much just to do, just around there. You don't have to leave the property of Norterra if you really don't want to, but you can if you want. But shopping, dining, movies, it's all right there. The only time you really have to leave is if you have to go to work. Oh well. Number four on the pros for living in Norterra is the outdoor activities. Like anything in Arizona, we have so much to offer regarding outdoor activities. We have the biking, the hiking, the boating, the lakes. We have so much to offer you, and Norterra as well is very close to so many of that. You have hiking and biking trails. As you can see on the map right here, I use alltrails.com. There is so much and so many trails in and around Norterra that you can pick from. In fact, if hiking and biking is your go-to outdoor activity and you want to hit everything or almost everything in the state of Arizona, check out alltrails.com. You will have enough trails for almost forever, and you can enjoy yourself to your heart's content outside. If your activity outside is the lakes, well, we got you covered there too. We have several lakes here, as you can tell by the map, and in relation to where you are going to want to be living in Norterra. Our biggest, most popular lake is Lake Pleasant, which is just to the west. It's probably about a 10-minute drive, 15-minute drive at the most, depending on traffic. And then all the other beautiful, wonderful lakes that you're definitely going to want to check out are to the east, as you can see on the map. It's Bartlett Lake, Roosevelt Lake, Apache Lake, Canyon Lake, and Saguaro Lake. You're definitely going to want to put all these lakes on your bucket list because they're just really, really nice. Whether you want to go boating, water skiing, camping, fishing, whatever your go-to activity is in and around the lake, check them all out. You know, maybe you just want to spend the day out there and bring the dog with you and just totally enjoy the outdoors by the lake. You can't go wrong no matter what lake. You can pick the closest one, Lake Pleasant, or go to all the other ones as well. As I'm looking in my camera, I can see my cat looking outside. She's my little mascot, so she likes to be in the movies as well. So there you go. So definitely check out the lakes. You're not going to be disappointed. Any and all of our lakes here in Arizona. Another outdoor activity you might want to consider if during the wintertime, you know, you say, I'm coming from snow, I want to go snow skiing, snowboarding, I want to build a snowman, make snow angels. Well, you can do that too. You just hop on the 17, go about 2 hours north up to Flagstaff, and you can play to your heart's content in the snow. If it's during the summertime, you need to get away from the toasty hot summer temperatures, then head on up to Sedona, which is about an hour and a half north on the I-17, or maybe you want to check out Prescott. And then also, if you want to, check out Oak Creek Canyon. You might want to go down Slide Rock. Just be aware, no matter what time of the year is and how hot it is, it could be 120 degrees outside, and yes, it does get 120 here in Arizona, the water will still be ice cold. So a lot of people like to slide down Slide Rock because it's a lot of fun. I've done it, and the water is very, very cold, like ice cold, but you might want to check that out. Another activity for you to do here in Arizona and near Norterra. Number 5 on the pros is less congestion. Because we are removed from downtown Phoenix and the valley, so to speak, we don't have so much traffic up here near Norterra. You don't have to worry about it. And another nice thing is the air is a little bit cleaner. As you may or may not know, the valley in downtown is in a valley and it's surrounded by the mountains. So when the air comes in, you can see a brown haze over the valley. It's because it gets sucked in and it can't get out very easily or very quickly because of the mountains surrounding downtown. So that's one of the nice things about living up in Norterra, up in the north part of Phoenix. You're removed from the congestion of the traffic, and also the quality of your air, I believe, is better. You can check it out yourself, but you're not going to be living in the brown haze above when we have the warnings. We do get warnings at times saying it's a bad pollution day or air quality day, don't do anything outside. And that has a lot to do with the downtown area, not so much up in the northern part of Phoenix. But I consider that definitely a pro to live up in Norterra because it's in the northern part of Phoenix. Okay, moving on to the cons of being up in Norterra. The first one on the list, you've got to guess which one it might be. It's the weather, the extreme heat in the summer. It gets toasty, hot, warm here. In fact, as the filming of this video, it's 2023. Our last summer that we just came out of, we were experiencing very warm temperatures, 119 to 120, 122 degrees. It was miserably hot. I mean, it was so hot, there'd be times I'd be outdoors filming. My phone camera would automatically turn off because it got overheated just from walking outside in the sun. So usually July is our hottest month of the year. It averages around 107. But yes, there's a but. Many times it will get way above 107. As I mentioned, we just recently had a very hot summer, 119, 120, 122 degree hot summer. So that's one of the cons for living in Norterra in Phoenix, Arizona. It's just part of being in the desert. We are going to get toasty warm. If you are okay with that, then you are definitely good to go, especially if you're coming from the snow country. A lot of people that come from the snow country are saying, I'll take the heat over shoveling snow any day, Mary Kay. I'd rather shovel the sunshine than shovel the snow. See that 10 times. So, okay, so moving on. Number 2 on the cons is traffic congestion. Yes, I kind of mentioned that earlier, but you're going to have it here for kind of a different reason. When you have to go downtown to work, if you have to go downtown to work, once you go down the 17, you're okay. But once you hit the 17 toward the 101 and you're heading downtown during rush hour times for work, you're going to hit it. So depending on which way you have to go for work, you may hit the opposite way and you'll be totally fine. But you're going to have the traffic congestion. Another traffic congestion con is if you're going up north, and many people do during the summertime. I-17 at this very moment is a two lanes north, 2 lanes south, and they are expanding the freeway because of this problem. If there's ever an accident going or coming from Flagstaff or Sedona or wherever people are going, it's like a parking lot, miles long parking lot, because there's just nowhere to go. It's only 2 lanes. So that's one of the cons for traffic regarding being on the I-17. You know, it was the main artery freeway here, originally here in Arizona. So to get north and south through the state of Arizona, it was the I-17. And they are just now expanding the freeway to have more than 2 lanes each way. I think they're doing in 3 or 4 each way, which hooray. Hopefully they'll get it done in my lifetime. I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, the traffic congestion up north during the summertime can be a little bit hairy at times. So that is a con for me. Number 3 on the cons is fine dining. If you like to go out fine dining, I know I mentioned earlier that there are a lot of restaurants in the area of Norterra, and there is a variety of restaurants. But if you want fine dining, you want to go out for a nice romantic dinner, or just sit down and have a dinner with, white cloth tablecloths and white napkins instead of the paper napkins, a very nice dinner, well, then you're going to need to head either to Scottsdale or downtown Phoenix. And it's not really going to be readily right there in Norterra. And to get to downtown is about a 30, 35, 40-minute drive. Depending where in Scottsdale, it's about another 30 to 40-minute drive. So fine dining, nice restaurants, not going to be up in Norterra. That for me is a con, because there are times I really like to go to a nice restaurant and have a really nice dinner and not go through a fast food place or a really quick meal. I mean, up there in Norterra, they have the P.F. Chang's, they have the steakhouses. That's there, but if you want fine dining, you're definitely going to have to go to Scottsdale or downtown Phoenix. Next on the cons is public transportation.
What?
Practically non-existent. There are buses that come up to the area, but as far as public transit, that does not come up. You're not going to hop in a public transit bus and rail system rather, and come up here. That's mainly downtown Phoenix area. It's expanding though. It's starting to get larger and go to more areas. But as far as Norterra, you're going to have some public buses that come up and around the area. But mainly you're going to be you, the driver, or calling Uber. So if you're relying on public transportation, it's going to be mainly the bus. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully you have a car or you can call Uber. But mainly people know that when they get up in this area, they're going to need to be driving themselves. And luckily our freeway system is laid out, easy breezy, drive around the state, not a problem. But getting back to transportation, it's going to be you or Uber. So there you go. That's a con for me. So if you're relying on public transportation, kind of sucks. The next on the con is sports. If you're into sports, I'm into sports. I love sports, especially football. We're not very close to the sporting venues per se. If you like baseball or basketball, it is downtown, as you can see on the map here. It's downtown Phoenix. It's about a 30 to 40-minute drive, and that's baseball and basketball. So that would be the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Phoenix Suns. They are downtown Phoenix, almost right next to each other. If you're into ice hockey, that right now is in Tempe. It's slated to be there through 2024. We're not really sure where it's going after that, if it's staying in the state or if it's going somewhere else. But right now, if you're into ice hockey, that's down in Tempe. If you are a football fan, go Cardinals, yay! Good, bad, or ugly, I love my Cardinals. They are located in Glendale. You're going to have to go south on the I-17 and then zip west on the 101 and head over to Glendale, and that's about a 35-minute drive depending on traffic to get to the football stadium from there. So nothing is really close as far as sporting events. If you want something like cultural, like museums or concerts, that's going to be downtown for the most part. Or maybe you might go to one of the casinos like Talking Sticks or the one on the west side to get to see your casinos. None of them are going to be right near Norterra. You're going to have to drive down to the valley. So that is another con. But you know what? You have to decide, I'll give up that convenience to be in the northern part of Phoenix because it's quieter, it's less congested as far as people, the air is a little bit better. But that's for you to choose what is going to be best for you and your family and what you want. Oh, I forgot to mention the housing. How could I forget to mention the housing? The housing in and around Norterra, there are single family homes, there's condos, there's townhouses, and there are apartments. The prices range from around $500,000 up to over $1 million. Single story homes, 2-story homes. Some have communities within pools, gated areas, and some are non-gated areas. So depending on what your price range is, we can definitely find a home for you in Norterra. If you want gated, we can find you gated. If you don't care and you're non-gated, that's okay. Usually, not always, but usually the gated areas are going to have an extra HOA attached to them. But let me know and I will find that out. You're definitely going to need some help to figure out which area is going to be best for you to the benefit of you and or your family. And also remember, townhomes and condos are available. And if you need an apartment, those are booming up there as well. It's really, really growing in that area. So regarding housing, I can't believe I left it to the very end, but I did. So housing definitely available in Norterra. Give us a call so we can help you make the best decision for you and your family. So there you have it, the good, the bad, the pretty, and the ugly about Norterra and North Phoenix, Arizona. So what'd you think? Is it for you? Is it not for you? Maybe you decided, yeah, I want to be in North Phoenix, Mary Kay. Or, you know, this is definitely not what I want. I want to be closer to town. Whatever your decision is, we are here to help you, happy to help you. If this is your first time to the channel and you would like to know everything about living in Phoenix, Arizona and or the surrounding areas, well, subscribe below and remember to hit the bell, ding, 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 so you can be the first to be notified when anything comes up about Phoenix, Arizona and the surrounding areas. My name is Mary Kay Marino and welcome to Hello Arizona Living and Real Estate. We get calls, texts, emails every day from people just like you looking for help to make a move to Arizona, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days, 90 days, 9 months, 1 year, 2 year, whatever your time frame is, contact us. We are here to help you from the beginning to the end and beyond. So like I always say, until we see you around town, show you around town, have an awesome, marvelous, spectacular day. Bye for now.